Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Xavier Smith, and today I'm going to talk about the phosphorus cycle. So let's start with what is phosphorus? Well, phosphorus is essential for growth and development of organisms, and phosphorus usually cycles quickly through sediments, plants, and consumers, but phosphorus can be locked into a long-term cycle through a process which is detritus, with organic materials at the bottom of the ocean, which will then turn that phosphorus into mineable rock. And this phosphorus that is put in the mineable rock can be weathered or eroded and then is added straight back to the cycle. So let's look. Well, sewage treatment plants and fertilizer have phosphate in their solutions, and that can get into our water. Then that can get into that phosphate will get into the organisms. And again, the organisms can release some phosphate and that'll get back into the solution. And then the organisms, their phosphate can go through something called detritus, or phosphate in detritus can go back into organisms. But this detritus will lock this phosphate and phosphorus into a long-term cycle, which again is mineable rock. This can be mined by us, again, mineable, and that phosphorus can be re-released into the atmosphere and into the biosphere, or it could be weathered or eroded and added back into the cycle. Then there's things like, well, our plants. The plants that die and their plant and animal waste goes to decomposers, like always, and then these decomposers release the phosphate into the soil, and then that just goes back to the plants. This mineable rock can also release phosphate in the soil. Again, if it erodes, weathers, is mined, it will release its phosphate back into the soil. This fertilizer can put phosphate in the soil if the phosphate just seeps down through the ground. And then it just cycles from plants and animal waste, and decomposers. Then there's a ton of phosphate in the soil. But if it gets in the ocean, well, detritus will put that back into mineable rock. So phosphorus is usually in a short-term cycle through sediments, plants, and consumers. Again, plants, animal waste, decomposers, and sediments down here, bottom of the ocean. Detritus is at the bottom of the ocean. And it could be in a long-term cycle when it is turned into mineable rock. I hope this was helpful. And if it was helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.